All right, so I got my typical 3 videos or whatever that I plan on doing, but I'm just starting off with a quick one because I just want to cover something very specific. You know, I came out, which will have been 2 days ago now that you see this. I talked about Ethereum. I said, you know, you may want to get rid of some Bitcoin, transfer them right into Ethereum, or just do that swap, that transfer or whatever, using the Exodus wallet or whatever. And the reason being, a Chinese exchange was coming online, a decent-sized one, coming online. It's been online, but coming online with the ability to trade Ethereum. Right after that, or later that night, oh, actually, there's a second exchange, Chinese one, that's also going to allow it on the 1st or 2nd of June. So, you know, again, you're seeing this today. It's June 1st. Whatever, today, tomorrow, whatever, it's coming. Which is why I said I think I want to get in there. Now, I want you to know something. I released that video at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I created the video at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I had already made my move with my Bitcoin, or some of them, I should say, some of my Bitcoin into Ethereum and sat on them. At that moment, by the way, Ethereum was $210. By that evening, it was 232 or 230, 232, something like that. That's a nice profit for someone to pull. So I told you I was going to wait and see for 2-3 days. I wasn't just going to, oh, okay, the 31st came and for the first exchange, didn't really see anything, I'm out of here. Well, it actually was hovering around 230, 232 again today, all today, back in the 220s, back up to 230, etc. What I want to tell you is I'm not going to have the ability to come out, do a video, oh, I'm changing my plan now. Oh, I'm going to get out of Ether and get back in. I don't have the ability to do that all the time. But you may get a one-off from me like that one where I said, you know what, here's some data. This could help everybody. Let me just go ahead and go with this. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. But understand, too, you are absolutely responsible for your own decisions. Let me just be clear. However, buying in at 210, seeing it sit at 230 today, which again, today being Wednesday, you know, Wednesday evening, as I'm doing this, I made a move back, took a profit from the Ethereum, took a profit at 230-ish, converted it back into Bitcoin earlier today. Bitcoin started rising 3%, 4%, 5%. I was able to capitalize on that. Okay? Unfortunately for all of you, maybe, and I say unfortunately, hell, it may be fortunately one day, not unfortunately, but I'm going to just say unfortunately, I cannot come out here and tell you every flipping move I'm making, when I'm going to make it, why I'm going to make it. I don't have the time. I have a day job. I can't run out there, let me do a video. I can't do it. You know, it's 4:30, it's quitting time practically. Let me go ahead and do one. Right before I go home, I'll sit in my car and do it. So I just want to be clear on that, that's all. But anyways, Ethereum went up. I took a little profit, and here's the thing. I did this for a specific reason, but the other exchange, again, opens on June 1st, or not opens, but Ethereum's allowed to be traded again on another one. It may run up past 230s, 240s, who knows? It may run up even higher. But I took some of what I had and put it back into Bitcoin. Ethereum started coming back down again at that particular moment. Bitcoin started going up, and I just left it alone at that point. I still have a bunch of Ethereum. All right, just an FYI, I still have a bunch of Ethereum. But I have some Bitcoin too, and I did make a small conversion back from Ethereum back to Bitcoin. Not all of it, just some of what I had, to just kind of see if I can make that move right. It happened to work out. Bitcoin was up 5%, I think, at one point today. And I was like, oh, cool. And I'm watching my little Exodus wallet go up, 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 up in value. It's fantastic. I love it. I love it. So I just want to let you know, I don't have the time. I'm not going to be able to tell you everything that I do. So if I happen to tell you like this, hey, I'm getting into Ethereum, but then you don't hear back from me about, okay, well, it's been 2 or 3, 4, 5 days. Now what? I'm sorry. I may try to cover it, you know, at night when I do my videos to say, oh, yeah, by the way, you know, I made that move 3 or 4 days ago. Ethereum went up a little bit. It didn't seem like these exchanges of opening Ethereum, whatever ability, didn't really change too much. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of my Ethereum. I may say that. However, I may come to that conclusion on a certain day, during the day, make the move. And sorry about y'all's luck. I can't tell you. I can't keep you informed that quick. Not that it matters, because here's the thing. What if I make one of these moves and it doesn't pay off like I thought it would? For all the reasons I told you, I thought it would. And then a bunch of people are going to come here and shill the living crap out of me. You said that, because that's the nature of people. Forget that I took, someone gave them this information thanks to the Webbot stuff. But nonetheless, my subscriber, he listened to what I said, took the advice, and bought himself a bunch of Ripple at 2 and 3 cents or whatever, and made a massive absolute fortune. Never mind those days, right? But if I get something wrong or it's not even close, oh, Jason, because I've seen the shills and the trolls. I don't care, because I'm making money with these cryptos hand over fist, and I know a whole bunch of other people who are doing the same, and I know God knows how many people are trying to get on these exchanges. Kraken, I'm still waiting to get approved for tier 3 on Kraken. I am still waiting. We have to be on 3 weeks now, I think. I think we are now pushing 3 weeks for me. And I'd already had the account. It was already tier 1. It was already tier 2. And I let it sit there months and months and months ago, because I just was like, well, I'm not going to really trade these things. I'll probably buy them and hold them. And for that, I'll just use Coinbase until things started getting crazy recently. Now I realize I need an account that I can move a lot of Bitcoin and other coins in and out of, and Coinbase ain't cutting it with that kind of transactions size. So let me get my Kraken account activated as far as tier 3. So I did, and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting for the approval. Now I told you I joined Gemini also, Gemini.com. That's another trading an exchange. I got the approval today. JSNet4, you are approved. You can now start moving money in and out of your bank account. Well, they have 2 options. Direct transfer right out of the bank into your online account. $500 limit per day. No. Wire transfer. Same bank account. No limit. Transfer whatever the hell you want. But that does require me go down to the bank, $20 fee, wire transfer, nonsense. I hate that. Let me say that again. I freaking hate that. But it does give someone the opportunity who says, I don't care. I'll go down there. I got 5-10 grand. I'm ready to dump in here. I'll get on Gemini as fast as possible. And I'll do the wire transfer happily. Great. Good for you. I'm proud, because that's a good move. So I just want to cover a few things. I still have a bunch of Ethereum sitting over there. I had a whole bunch of them sitting over there when it was at 220. Okay? Excuse me. It was 210 when I actually made the move, but by the time the video got out, it was 220, when it was actually at 5:30 p.m. But I got in personally at 210, sold off around 2:30. Again, took a nice chunk of that profit, took about, I don't know, I'm going to say 70% of what I had over there in Ethereum and dumped it back over to Bitcoin, which still left me, by the way, quite a bit of Ethereum. I just made a quick move is all. But this could be dangerous in that old JSNet4 made the wrong move. Didn't see it coming. Thought I could do this. And, oh, man, I put it into that, and the damn thing started going down. It dropped 6%. But guess what? All you got to do is wait. All you have to do is wait, and it'll come right back up. These things are rebounding so fast, it is unflipping, believable. So it's like I said, you can't. It's like you can't lose. You just can't lose. You lose. The only losing is, that coin's going down now. I'm just gonna have to wait for a day or two. Oh boy, poor me. Oh, it's back where I was in at. Oh, it's actually $30 higher than where I was at. Let me go ahead and sell now. Boom. Now you got a nice profit that you're gonna look back on and say, wow, in 3 days, depending on how much you played with, you may have made thousands of dollars in profit. Like I said the other day, I had $6,800 bought in. I think it was Zcash. $6,800. Bought in at somewhere around 230. I forget the exact number. Sold at 270. Boom, $8,100. I'm like, wow, that just happened pretty quickly. I thought to myself, if I can make a move like that every day, even half of that, boy, could I really play this thing. But I can't stay up all night. I can't come home and just watch the computer screen and get alerts. And I got a family, and I'm at work. I got work to do too. You just can't do that. So again, the best strategy, the safest strategy, is to buy and hold. But if you can look at these little mountain peaks, if you will, of these charts and say, wow, it looks, I'm kind of seeing a pattern here. It's up at this new high, higher highs and a higher low, and we're at the next new high. Man, I think I'm gonna sell most of my stash. Boom, sell it. You sit, on one of these exchanges, and you don't touch the money. You leave it in the exchange. Now you're sitting on the side in cash. Yes, the market crashed. The cryptocurrencies, all of them, they crashed down a bunch. Okay, I'm not sure where the bottom is, but this looks good to me. I'm gonna get back in now with the same money sitting on the side in cash. And then the market starts to climb back up, erasing all the losses, go back up to the gain, goes back up to the high. It may take a day or 2 or 3, but then all of a sudden, let's say you had, $2,500. Now you got in at the bottom. Holy crap. Just by doing this, I now have $3,500 in a few days. Took my $2,500, turned it into $3,500, made $1,000 that quick. You might make more than that. I saw Ethereum, I think it was down to 141 or something. I think it was Ethereum. It was Ethereum or Zcash. I want to say Ethereum. Matter of fact, let me just look real quick. Because I'm not 100% sure. Ethereum. Yes, it was down to one. Oh wait, that was days ago. Hold on. We're talking yesterday. Again, today's the 31st, so we're gonna look at the 30th. I don't think it was Ethereum. It was down in the 193 range. Okay, so it must have been Zcash. 30th, it was down to 198. No, maybe, what the hell was it? Dash? Maybe it was Dash. 115. Dash was down to 115, 116. It's now up to 140. But I thought there was something that was like 140, 141. And then went back up. I could have swore it was freaking Dash, man. I mean, Zcash. But I'm not seeing it. It looks like its low was about $1.98, 198. It's up to it recently went up to 242, by the way, today, as in. So if you were down in the, 197, 198 area earlier in the morning, like way early morning on the 30th, and you, again, happen to get the right call, it looked like there was some resistance at 239. So we'll just round that off and say 240. Several times you had an opportunity. 40 points higher, that's a nice profit, isn't it? That's a real nice profit. But again, I'm like, what the hell? Which coin was it? Why can I not find it? It's Ethereum, was it? And I'm just not seeing it. I was sure something went down that far. I don't know what the hell I was looking at, but not that it mattered. They all have recovered. So that's kind of the point here. But I want to let you know, don't wait for me to tell you one move and then, okay, when's he going to change the next move? I may not be able to run out there. Okay. Ethereum's going to be looking good in the near future. Bitcoin's still going to be looking good in the near future.